Afternoon, I'm Peyton Garcia, a sophomore honors economics major from Chicago, Illinois, part of the inaugural cohort of the Humanities and Social Sciences Scholars Program at the illustrious Howard University. At Howard University, I'm an undergraduate researcher dedicating my time to the study of urban economics and city planning. As an undergraduate researcher, I am aspiring to join an elite graduate school program and become one of only the 3% of economists worldwide which are Black and have a doctorate. The reason why I feel a PhD is so important is because of a little something called scholar activism. My mentor at the University of Pittsburgh's Mobilization and Political Economy program, Dr. Jackie Smith, enlightened me on scholar activism and the philosophy of using your quantitative and qualitative skills that you earn in the training of graduate school programs in order to directly affect people's lives through research instead of just using research to gain a check through contributing to literature. I feel I've been able to do this and want to continue doing this through my investigations of the Robert Taylor Homes housing projects at Howard University. I've written multiple essays as well as conducted my own personal research project regarding the effect of the Robert Taylor Homes and the impact that it had on job employment during the 1960s and 1980s. From a personal standpoint, my extended family actually lived within the Robert Taylor homes at the time, and I heard plenty of stories on the true tragedies in drug abuse as well as gang violence, which they had to experience and eventually had to leave. The reason why I feel like this study is so important is because it's a part of the fight for reparations within Chicago. Many Chicagoans, mostly those of the Black population on the South Side, suffered severely from the failures of the Chicago Housing Association in creating low-income housing that was a promise to create social mobility and allow people to then gain generational wealth from the fact that they had lower rents and could find jobs in the places which the high-rises were going to be built. Of course, this was all fabricated and none of it came to fruition. And so, a large amount of the community failed for decades. In my opinion, my role and my obligation as a scholar who can observe and is investigating these things with the high-tech technology that we have in the modern day is to then use these findings and these historical facts in order to rewrite the story of the Robert Taylor homes to appeal to the fight for reparations within Chicago. It is of our utmost duty as those who benefit from institutions that allow for higher education to then use that education to directly affect the communities which we belong to. And I know that this work will begin to see some change for Chicagoans and getting them the respect they deserve.